Hello, everyone. Roger here once again with the Great Central Sun YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you who've joined the community. Thank you so much. I today I'm going to talk about chakras once more. I did a previous video. You can check it out if you wanted to see where I talked about the chakras, and I've had a few questions. Plus, I wanted to do a follow up on that anyway. Just to clear things up and to really shed more light on the subject. And to start with, I'll just do a quick review. Not too much. If you need to know more, maybe you should watch the previous video. Just put it in the search. You should see it. I might even link it too. Just so you know, your chakras are believed to be the energetic aspects of your body, the power centers, and there are 7 of them. And according to the tradition that the knowledge of this comes from, Sanskrit, India, there are actually about 112 different places. And what I always want people to know is that these are not your original energy centers. You're born with 3 major energy centers. 1 here, 1 in your heart, and 1 in the stomach. And that the chakra systems, as we know, are not your original system. They're artificial. They're implants. It doesn't mean that they're not important. It doesn't mean that they're not important. Because if you have that system, you just can't decide, oh, they're not real, I'm just going to get rid of them or have them moved. That's dangerous. You shouldn't have your chakras, you shouldn't removed, and you should have no one coming anywhere near them. Ever. Okay? So why are they there? They're there to tie us to the illusion of this reality and to keep us from progressing or raising spiritually. That's what they're there for. They're also there as feeding tubes for beings that most of which don't have bodies, and that's how they extract energy from you. Okay? And they're not natural, because anything that's natural about you does not need your physical, mental, psychological attention. They don't need maintenance outside of what the body already does. Because with the chakra system, because it is a system, you might have them spinning too slowly, too quickly. They're too gunked up. They're not in alignment with each other. When is your brain not in alignment with your heart? When does your heart not know what to do for the body? When does one organ not know how to function or function inefficiently? Never. Unless we do things do things like taking the wrong foods, live the wrong lifestyle. Even with that, those organs that we have that are originally created perfectly well, they still function well unless we neglect them to the point where we don't give them what they need. Then we have problems. You don't have to think about reminding your heart to beat on a daily basis, do you? You don't have to remind the kidneys to eliminate fluid that's not useful for you. You don't have to remind the brain to think. You don't have to do any of that. It's an automatic process, because this is a perfect system. This that you have inside is a perfect system. And the chakras are not even sitting inside of you. They're sitting just outside of you. They're not within you. So the original energetic systems that we have, they're inside. And they're shut down and transferred automatically. I would say between the ages of like 12 to 18 months. Baby doesn't have chakras. Mother's stomach, when it's in there, doesn't have it either. You're not born with them. That's the first clue that should clue anybody in about them. You're not born with them. You will not see them on an infant because they cannot be tolerated by an infant. But once they're there and once they're in, to try to remove them is dangerous. And what you need to do and what you want to do is you want to do the inner work. It literally goes down to dealing with all of the things that you need to deal with, whether they be past traumas, issues or fears, syndromes, whatever have you, that you have within you that need to go because they're not useful for you anymore. Inner child work. Working on the emotional body. Heart work. All of those things. Separating yourself from the things that are here to control you and keep you away from the path of your spirit. And once you work all of those out and you start working them, no time, no, oh, I gotta do this, I want them out, or you take your time and you do it consistently without worrying about time or anything like that. And once you start working on yourself and start becoming more and more in spiritual alignment, then your emotions will follow and then your body will follow as well. And once you work on putting the ego in its proper place, I won't talk too much about how all of that's done. I'm just giving you the details of how you deal with the chakra system and bring back the original systems that you have. Because the chakra system, it comes from a belief. That's all it is. And I'm not, telling you anything strange. The Tao system does not believe in chakras. People that practice the Tao, which is a system that teaches you how to work with the inner energies, they don't deal with chakras. And they don't have them. So don't believe that getting rid of these chakras, you're gonna die. I haven't heard that. Getting rid of my chakras, are you kidding? How am I gonna live? With the original ones. And then once you've gotten to the point, you talk to your higher self, your spirit, and you say, I want to integrate them. I want to integrate them now. Or whenever the time comes that it is appropriate, I would like to integrate these implants and get rid of them in this way. It is something that is a consequence of the work that you do on yourself. That's how they fall away. Do not have anybody remove them. It's dangerous to do that. Don't have anybody remove your chakras. You do it with the help of your higher self. And your higher self will do it when you're ready. But you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And then they will integrate. And your true energy system, which is not linked to the matrix, which cannot be manipulated or interfered with or intercepted or hijacked, because they got nothing to do with this reality. But as I said in the previous video, the chakra system and all their nice colors, it's like a spirit cannot see you as you and I see each other. They see energy and only energy. So that system is used to see when someone is ready to be harvested for their energy, or when somebody is going to be a threat. It's also a monitoring device. Or when somebody is about to become free and independent of the system. They can read the chakras to figure that out. Here's another evidence for those of you who are wondering about the chakra system and still have belief in it. If it was uniquely made from the divine, you wouldn't need to upgrade it. It would have everything it needs, and it would be able to transform itself to whatever the consciousness coming in requires. Just like all of the other natural parts of who you are. But instead, every time I turn around and look, then, oh, we now have a 12 chakra system going. Now you have this one. And now you have 18 chakras because that's what you need. No. They need more chakras and they need more of these implants, let's just call them that, to hold you down. To work against the consciousness that's here to lift you into the next levels of your evolution. Because everything evolves, and that includes us. But our evolution comes at the price of those who have decided, whatever beings they are, not to evolve, but instead to not do anything but live off of the energy of other beings. And it's time that they got their act together and connected themselves to the divine instead of living the life of parasites. For as far as I'm concerned, it's not my job to feed parasites who decided to live that lifestyle because they didn't want to do the work of those of us who are eternal spiritual beings. So all of these new chakra or chakra systems that come out, it's not being brought about by the consciousness. It's being brought about by those who need to create more because the ones that are there are faltering. So there was a question of how do you know when your chakra systems are all integrated? And the answer to that question is the way you can tell simply it's gradual. It's a gradual progression of how that works, and it's sometimes difficult to notice. The best thing I can tell you, and the most expedient way, is to have someone that has an active third eye that you trust to let them look. Even if they don't understand that that's possible, they will notice that the chakra systems are gone, and they will see the remnants of those. And then you just ask them, I want you to look past the old chakra system that you're used to seeing, and I want you to tell me about what the energy centers, the one in the head, heart, some say loins, I say gut, that, tell me what they look like. And by the way, they're not all cute and pretty, and they don't have all these fancy colors. They're just energy centers. And they have sort of like a white light color to them. And they don't have these nice blue, green, yellow, and all of that. They're not as attractive as your chakras, by the way. All right, so the best thing I say is to get someone, or you can contact me through the links and websites below. ontologywellness.com, and I can help you with that as well, along with many of our healing services, hypnotherapy, and quantum healing that we do. So hopefully that answers the question, clears it up a bit for all of you. And until the next video, please remember to defy the taboo against finding out who you truly are. Thank you.